Hi, my name is Vince Hiron. I work with the Engineering Division in the Public Works Department. What does engineering do? Well, engineering is involved with the infrastructure throughout the city through capital projects or land development projects. And what does that mean? Capital projects are those projects that are sponsored by the city using city funds either through grants or fees collected. And land development projects are those projects that are privately developed. For instance, a commercial retail center or a warehouse. It could be as simple as a car wash or a convenience store. Those are the two sides of the house, capital projects and land development. One of the many things that we do here is obviously in engineering is review plans. Here's a set of plans that I received that have to be approved by the city engineer and make sure that they adhere to all our requirements and standards, whether it be local standards, regional standards, state or federal standards. That's one of the few things that we do. Let me take you outside to show you a project that is currently happening right across the street. That way it puts all of this into perspective. Follow me. Let me show you something. Right across the street from our offices, we have this new warehouse that just recently went up. There were several requirements that were put on this warehouse, and one of the big ones was to underground these overhead utilities that you see up on running high across the project. Another requirement was for them to completely rehabilitate the entire street from curb to curb, from their project end all the way to Lilac Avenue. One of the other requirements was the landscaping and irrigation that's required along the entire project frontage, as well as the frontage on Lilac Avenue. Those are also other conditions of approval that come through land development. So what happens inside the office on plans translates to this out here. So one of the many things that we do here in land development is that we ensure that all these projects comply with their conditions of approval for the benefit and for the welfare of the community. One of the benefits from for this community is that it will have this particular street resurfaced entirely by the developer, as opposed to having it done by our capital projects group that would have to expend the money to resurface this street. And that's a big benefit to the community in terms of the monies that are expended on projects. Now other projects, capital projects, can be constructed as a result of not having to spend money on streets that developers rehabilitate. And there you have it.
Hi, I'm Matt Bennett, City Engineer for City of Rialto. I work in the Public Works Engineering Department here at Rialto. I work with engineering staff, engineers and administrative staff. You may have seen our work out in the field. We work on capital improvement projects is one of our activities out of the Public Works Department. We're out in the field building many of our projects that are called capital improvement projects. We start with our team doing grants to acquire the funds. We do project planning. We do engineering in our offices. We go out in the field with our construction inspection, our construction management, and we build projects that you've seen in the city. The one behind me is the police department, one of the major projects that's been ongoing for a year plus. We are involved in every project that's a capital improvement project in the city, from IT development to parks to commercial buildings, or police and fire buildings, and as well as roadway projects. So you often see our inspectors out in the field. You'll see the traffic control that we see behind us. This is the project in its construction phase, and our team will be with the project from the beginning, as I said, planning to the construction and grand opening of this project, such as the PD. This building is due to open in September of October in this year, ahead of schedule. We're all excited to see this new building go on into the city's facilities, and we'll move on to the next project and continue on. Thank you, and happy Public Works Week.